Okay, let's go out on video chat right now. The Battlefords North Stars had a 3-1 series lead over the Nipawin Hawks in round 1 of the SJ playoffs when they were suspended. The head coach of the Stars is Brayden Klimosko, coach of the year, co-coach of the year. Good morning, Brayden. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good. Listen, I got to jump right in with this computer simulation, by the way. Pretty wild 24 hours, huh? And announced on this show to where we are now. What was your take on all of that?
Getting texts saying that, geez, they're handing out the Canalta Cup and everything like that, and everyone got fired up and everything else. And obviously, it's neat. They got to do something during this time, and I'm sure once I'll definitely be tuning into our North Star games and stuff like that to see what that's all about. But yeah, it was a kind of a crazy 24 hours for sure.
Exactly, and as I pointed out, because yours is one of the teams that I heard from, I said, pretty sure I know what I heard. But I think the league has gone back and said, no, we're not handing out the trophy. This is just for fun. Everybody seems to be happy, and away we go. But, I mean, you're the team that I thought of first, Brayden, because I said to you at the start of the year, how are you going to repeat what you did last year? It was pretty simple. You said win the Anavet Cup and go to the Centennial, and that's not going to happen because it's been officially canceled. So how are you dealing with it and your guys when you had a pretty clear-cut goal at the start of the year?
Yeah, I think overall, first and foremost, early on, especially, we're going into Game 5 basically that Thursday, kind of prepping for, Game 5 versus Nipawin, and you're all of a sudden they're telling us that we're not playing. I think, and we don't know when we're getting back up. I think there's a lot of frustrations there, and we just didn't understand the whole process, and as me as much as anyone was really pissed off, to be honest, for the first probably 3-4 days, and then you kept hearing more and more what was going on across the world and everything. It was more than just a little bit of a problem that we were seeing in Canada here. So I think as the days went on, we felt like we understood the process of why they did it and everything like that. So you got to give a lot of credit to Hockey Canada, the SJHL, and anyone that was involved, saying that, hey, let's shut her down now. And what a difference even a week would have made there, probably playing and everything like that. So first and foremost, you got to give them a lot of credit for doing what they did. Obviously, it's going to be something I'll probably think about for the rest of my life as a coach, and after I'm done coaching or whatever, how it's all going to happen here. It's something that I don't know if I'll ever have a better team, to be honest. I think we were ready to to take on any challenge, and we had a solid regular season, but you could tell that our guys were ready for the playoffs, and as coaches and stuff, we felt like we had the group that could can make some noise. But obviously, we won't be able to to be able to finish that that journey and stuff. And and I bet we're not the only team that thinks that. I'm sure even Nipawin, Melfort, Flin Flon, any of those teams, Yorkton, Laurent, Estevan, we're all probably thinking the same thing we were, is that we have a chance to win. We have a great group, looking forward to the challenge, and there's nothing better than the SJHL playoffs. And I think we were all looking forward to the challenge of that, of meeting each other and competing for obviously the Canalta Cup first, and then moving on to the national level.
I agree with you. There is nothing better than the SJHL playoffs. I was probably not as pissed as you, but I was pissed. By the way, our director, Jordan, I think you sound fine, but he says there's a little bit of feedback. So if you have the ability to turn your speakers down on your device there, Brayden will ask you to do that. And are you on your phone or on your laptop?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. It's overall fine, though, is it not? Yeah. The guys say it's good. It's good. If it's going to be hard, don't worry about it. So I got to say this then. What were you, 47, 11, and 5-ish regular season?
I think we're 45. We would have been 45, 11, and 2, I believe.
Okay, so very good. So I know you have the draft ahead of you, so I'm going to ask you about that. But for next season, and I know how dialed in your fans are up there, I saw it firsthand. How are you for next year coming back then? Because the goal still kind of remains out there.
For sure. It is going to be different. We lose a lot of guys. There's no doubt about it. And we pushed for this year. I think we made some deals, some future deals and stuff that you know what, we went for it this year thinking that we had a good shot and a legitimate shot. So to say that we're going to have a similar team, I'd be lying to them. So we are going to be younger, you know, but there'll be a lot of youth there, which will be fine. Some youth and some inexperience. So, you know, there is going to be some, you know, some harder times, and, you know, especially early on, I expect, you know, some, you know, a little bit more work for us coaches, which is fine. We're looking forward to the challenge, and, you know, it's good for those young guys to have a chance to, you know, be a big key part right off the bat. So it is going to be different for sure. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good, you know, breath of fresh air, but, you know, it will definitely be different than what we've had in the last 2 years, probably.
Well, the Loon Stewards and boys, just absolutely fan favorites. Were they 20 this year? Are they done? Are they gone?
One Loon Stewardson was 20. The other one, it will be 20 this year. So yeah, you know, obviously they're fan favorites for a good reason. You know, they, you know, a lot of the community, you know, you know, really, you know, ties towards them, and, you know, are big fans of them. And you know what, they do a good job, those two boys, of making sure that they reach out to those little fans that are, you know, that really enjoy those two guys. And I tell you, they play with their heart on their sleeve at all times. And I know that, you know, a lot of teams, you know, hate playing against them and stuff. So obviously it hurts losing Elijah, but, you know, both the boys were, you know, a key piece to why we've been so successful the last couple of years.
I don't think I ever told you, but in any rinks that I've been in with the North Stars, Elijah always comes up and starts talking. And I'm like, how do you even know who I am? And he goes, you're the Facebook Live guy. So they're paying attention. They know.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great kids. You know, they really are. And I you know, they haven't had the easiest upbringing and everything like that. And the way that they just, the way that how successful they are in junior hockey, I know that they're going to be successful adults, and they're just such great people, and that's what makes it so fun. And they're, you know, you obviously, there's a lot of funny times, you know, obviously at the rink and in them at practices and stuff, that you got to enjoy having those two around at all times. It makes the season go fast, that's for sure.
So, Brayden, the last one for you is the draft. We're going to have a role with it. We're very excited about it. Obviously, you got a pretty solid scouting department. We've met some of them. Some of them have been in here, right? Is that what's your number one focus right now?
Yeah, I think so. Now it gets turned towards that a little bit. Obviously, you always wait till the end of the WHL draft to see where these kids are getting drafted. You know, I think if he's a first round or second round dub draft, we probably stay away from him now. So that will be kind of our focus here the next couple weeks and everything like that. You know, it's exciting times. I have such a good assistant GM there, Wiley Riendu is his name, and he puts in a lot of time in the draft. And he takes a lot of pride in that. So I give him a lot of the reins, you know, in drafting players. And I think the big thing that we're looking for is, you know, not only, you know, good players, but good people like we always do. And I think he does a good job of finding, you know, the next Matthew Fletchers, the next Seth Summers, the next Elijah Stewardsons. That's, you know, he looks forward to that. And I give him that, you know, I give him a little bit of, you know, leash there of finding the right guys. And, you know, I trust his word. He's done a remarkable job here, you know, all the years that he's been a part of this organization.
Well, we'll be seeing you soon with that. We're following very closely, Brayden. And again, from us, sorry that it couldn't continue, but it is what it is. Appreciate the time, and good luck in the draft.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks for everything. You know, you guys stay safe out there. Always tune in and watch or listen a little bit here and there. So keep doing what you guys are doing.
Good. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brayden. Brayden Klimosko, awesome, the head coach and general manager of the North Stars. And as I mentioned, up for the Hogan Cross Memorial Award with the National Hockey League.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.